Welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
And I'm Sally.
Please sit back, relax,
and enjoy our review of Night 1 of SummerSlam.
After a video package narrated by Justin Jefferson, a Vikings wide receiver, we kick off with the Women's World Championship title match between IYO SKY and Liv Morgan, which was a bit of a surprise. Morgan's outfit was choice 3, cry about it, from a list you could vote from, presumably only open to our American friends. Anyway, on to the wrestling. Sky opened with an aggressive start, but when we went outside, Morgan turned it around. We come back inside the ropes and see the three amigos from Liv, followed by a cover for 2 after a step up in Zaguri.
A missile dropkick gives the momentum back to Sky, followed by a bullet train and a sunset flip powerbomb through the ropes to the outside. We come back inside the ropes again, with Sky looking for the over the moonsault, only for the ref to get distracted by Roxanne Perez getting on the apron near the announcer's desk. With the ref busy, Raquel Rodriguez appears on the apron near Sky and chokeslams her off and down to the mat.
Morgan covers, the ref spins round and counts, but only for 2. Sky then tosses Morgan out the ring to her stablemates and moonsaults the interlopers from the top of the turnbuckle while Morgan darts back into the ring. Sky follows, Morgan goes high, but Sky gets up to her, hits a Spanish fly and then covers for 2.
The pair then slug it out, with Sky landing an Oblivion and covering for 2. Sky looks to finish again with an over the moonsault, only for Morgan to roll out the way. A second rope codebreaker then nets Morgan 2, with Sky then hitting a German suplex on the apron, followed by a bullet train. Sky goes for over the moonsault again, but Morgan gets her knees up and hits Oblivion. Sky counters, but on turning around, Morgan hits a codebreaker, followed by Oblivion, which is then inevitably followed by a cover and 3 count, giving Morgan the victory.
They're getting all the gold there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good for them. We then see the Usos getting ready for their match, see a few snapshots of bygone SummerSlams ranging from 91 to the 2020s, pan the arena and see a few empty seats, say hello to a few former superstars at ringside, and then ready for our next match. The Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, Solo Sikoa and LA Knight in a 6-man tag.
We start with the obligatory brawl and then settle down into Jay versus Solo. Solo bests his older brother and then runs it back with Jay's music playing and Solo yeeting towards him.
Like, how can you not like Solo? He's so funny. He's so funny.
Fatu then enters the fray and soon puts a stop to Solo, with the heels then taking control.
After the big boys are done, Keys and Jimmy go at it, with Keys eventually landing an avalanche power slam from the middle rope. This pair then tag out and bring in the mouthpieces, LA Knight and Jay. Knight lands his jumping elbow, but Jay lands a spear and covers for 2. Knight then hits a superplex to Jay, but Jimmy, not the legal man, lands a splash to LA.
Solo then lands a spinning solo to Jimmy, with Fatu hitting Sikoa with an impaler DDT. Keys lands a spinebuster to Fatu, with the fight then heading outside. Fatu looks to put Keys through the timekeepers, but Keys counters into a power slam, sending both men over the barrier. Back in the ring, Knight rolls up Jay for 2, only for Jay to then spear Knight and tag in Jimmy.
Jimmy lands an Uso splash and covers, but only for 2. Jay tags back in, with the twins then deciding to 1D Knight. But as they wait for Knight to get up, Solo spikes Jimmy from the apron, with Knight then hitting Jay with BFT and covering for the victory. Now, I wonder what that's going to do to the Usos and Fatu, and who's going to blame who. And
exactly.
Reigns will not be happy.
After more snapshots of yesteryear's SummerSlams, Stone Cold, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns and Ultimate Warrior, to name but a few, we have the match you're looking forward to, Nick Aldis versus Gunther.
Yes, I cannot wait for this. Aldis' first WWE match, apparently.
Yeah.
I liked Gunther's jacket. It had his name on with SummerSlam and the date underneath. A bit like a football shirt, but I mean, it was all in black, white stitching, but I liked it. Anyway, only downside for Aldis was that he came out to an Oasis track. Your entrance music is supposed to get you pumped, not send you to sleep. Very dreary, boring.
After exchanging a few moves, Gunther exited the ring and mounted the announcer's desk for a quick crowd pop before heading back in and locking up with the former SmackDown general manager. Aldis gets chopped out the ring, with Gunther following, talking a little smack to Nick's wife, former WWE star Mickie James, and then gets back in the ring.
We exchanged chops when back inside the ring, with Gunther Irish whipping Aldis into the corners. The pace is slow, which isn't surprising, with Gunther then locking in his first sleeper. Aldis fights out and then hits a superplex from the middle rope, followed by a running power slam and cover for 2. Little nod to British Bulldog there, David Boy Smith.
2 elbow drops from the top rope then allow Aldis to lock in the King's Lynn Cloverleaf. But Gunther reaches the ropes, lands a powerbomb and covers for 2. We then get a second sleeper locked in, with this one doing the job for Gunther as Aldis taps out. After the match, Aldis is joined in the ring by his wife and son, with the former GM taking the plaudits from the crowd. So presumably, he's now retired from in-ring action.
And
going back to general manager.
Gunther's got another notch.
Yeah.
On his
Yeah.
belt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no biggie retiring Nick Aldis, but that's another one.
Yeah.
More snapshots are then followed by our next match, the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatu Influence, with JC Jane channeling her inner HBK with her entrance gear. Fallon suffers early yes kicks from Brie, with the Bella then taking a licking from the heels as they exchange tags. Reed drops a crotch chop to Nikki, clearly a fan of the best era, attitude, with Nikki then entering the fight and taking it to her.
An X Factor nets her 2, with the Bellas then looking for a double team, only to be thwarted and Nikki suffer a double team and cover, but only for 2. Things don't really flow when the crowd seems subdued, with Paige and Jane then going at it, but not for long though, as Double J lands a rolling encore and cover for 3. After the match, as predicted, the Bellas attack Paige, with Nikki hitting a rack attack 2.0.
Yeah, I think we did say this. I think we said that they needed to oust Paige so they can carry on with a tag title hunt as they were doing. So anyway, can I just say that the people in the front row look as miserable as sin. But Uncle Steve, that guy with the shirt with the smiley face on it, and Craig Van der Van Fleet, or whatever your name is, you're in the front row of SummerSlam and you're just sitting there. They're like, that's it.
Sure
Like,
that's how you would have been during that match, though.
There was like that the whole time. They were just, well, not quite, but there was just nothing. Now, I'm not sure they realise how privileged they are, but enjoy it or move on and let someone sit there who will enjoy it. It's not a great advert for your TV for a PLE when people are sitting there. Yeah, well done, guys. You're really selling it to me. Anyway, we get more snapshots, see a trailer from the upcoming Street Fighter movie, and then get a great Street Fighter kind of video where you can select various wrestlers. Can you put up maybe a couple of pics of that? Cody Rhodes is selected, with us then seeing Cody in his school mask at the top of the rampway. The mask is adorned with Guile-style hair, his character in the movie, if you're not aware.
Punk then enters with his cold start, no music, until he says it's clobbering time, with a jacket noticeably having the number 20 on the back. This representing how many years he's been in professional wrestling. I think we thought this may have been the last match, but no. So here we go with Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the Undisputed WWE Championship.
We had a quick start and then slowed to headlocks and strikes. We then end up outside with Rhodes sending Punk over timekeepers. Punk fights back and drops a double axe handle when back in the ring, and then covers for 1 after a suplex. Punk then tweaks his knee, with Rhodes then naturally targeting the injured area with strikes and moves.
Punk intercepts a disaster kick and follows with a bulldog and slam before going high and landing an elbow to Rhodes, with the follow-up cover getting 2. A Cody cutter then nets Rhodes 2, a disaster kick gets 2, and a super Cody cutter only gets Rhodes 2.
Oh my word.
With Cody then looking for the figure 4, Punk kicks Rhodes away and then rolls him up for 2 before looking for a GTS.
Cody counters and looks for the figure 4 again, which he gets, but Punk's able to roll to the ropes and force the break. Punk then locks in the Anaconda Vice, but Rhodes gets his foot on the rope. Attempted moves are exchanged, with Punk looking for the Vice again, followed by a jackknife cover. Rhodes bridges out, hits a Cody cutter, and then covers for 2.
We then go high with Punk landing half a
Oh,
moonsault.
it's terrible. Don't try that again, Punk.
If you can say it was that, and then covering for 2. With the pair then going for strikes and Punk hitting a GTS. The ref gets to 2 with Rhodes kicking out, but we then head outside again. Punk bounces Cody's head off the Spanish announce desk, with Rhodes then sending Punk into the steps.
The pair get back in the ring with Punk hitting another GTS and covering again for 2. Back outside again, and Punk lays Rhodes on the announcer's desk and then climbs the turnbuckle looking for an elbow. But as Punk flies through the air, Rhodes moves, with Punk then smashing through the desk alone. The pair get back in the ring where Cody looks for a Cody cutter, only to land it on the ref, which of course kills him.
A GTS follows, with Rhodes of course stumbling back onto Punk's shoulders, with the chick magnet looking for another. Only Rhodes slips it and hits a crossroads, with Punk rolling out the ring. A returning figure then comes from the other side of the ring, rolls under the ropes and hits Rhodes with an RKO. Told you he'd interfere. Randy Orton is back.
I wonder if he's brought Pat with him.
Shh, we don't speak of this.
Anyway, Orton winks at the camera and then slithers off, with Punk and the ref then getting back in the ring. Punk lands one more GTS and covers, with the ref taking 5 to count 3. Punk retains and Orton is back. You did say this.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a yes, he's coming, or you think he ought
I was
to,
like,
or
yeah,
it's
he
about
could.
time.
Yeah.
You did make. I say we
And
don't.
it-
we
I
don't.
said it'd be in that match. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it had to be, didn't he? He's not
Yeah.
going to be interfering Oba and Brock, is it?
Why not?
Yeah, I said we don't look online. We just watch it as it is, and it's like, oh wow, he's come back now. If we'd have known he was coming back,
I wouldn't have been bothered. Yeah.
you're not. Oh, he's coming back. When's he coming back? But just to be like, oh, it's a surprise. Good to see him back. He's clearly gunning. Well, is he gunning for Rhodes or is he gunning for the title? It seems to be Rhodes, I think.
Rhodes and then the title.
It'll be
probably.
Rhodes first and then the title. WrestleMania 43 watch along in New York is advertised for next year. We learn we can buy Danhausen human monies, not sure if it's legal tender. Hear from Joe Tess, or rather not, as we can't hear him, and then ready for our final match. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell. Paul Heyman alongside. The first ever Hell in a Cell is mentioned by Cole before the match, which was HBK versus The Undertaker. If you weren't aware, I think that was 97. And then we first
I
introduced...
don't think I was alive.
No, I don't think you were. I don't think I was. And we first introduced Kane into the WWE universe. Heyman announces Lesnar from the Spanish announcer's desk after barely getting on. Maybe should have stretched it off first.
Yeah.
With the cell then lowering and the match getting underway.
Oba flies out the blocks, but then misses a corner attack, with Lesnar then landing 3 suplexes. Oba is unfazed and then goes to work on Lesnar around the outside of the ring, using the cell and ring steps. Brock is then introduced to a table, with Lesnar then introducing the ring steps to Oba's face 3 times.
Another 2 suplexes follow, with 2 chair shots bringing up the rear. Another suplex onto chairs sets Oba up for an F5, but he slips it and chokeslams the Beast, and then doesn't toss him across the ring, as Cole said, because he's a little bit too heavy. He picked him up to throw him, but then kind of just dropped him.
Oba hits 4 from Grace and then covers for 2, with Lesnar then sitting up and laughing at Oba like Taker from SummerSlam 2015, and then hits 3 F5s before covering for 2.
Ooh, thank God he kicked out.
Lesnar then returns to the chair and, having leathered Oba some more, decides to tear up the ring mat and padding, exposing the wood underneath.
Lesnar teases an F5, but turns it into a tombstone pile driver, planting Femi into the wood and then covering Taker style, even sticking his tongue out. Oba kicks out on 2. Hulks up, punches a chair out of Brock's hands and then lands another fall from Grace before covering and getting the 3 count.
As he should.
After the match and Oba had celebrated, Brock got back in the ring, hugged Femi and then addressed the crowd, telling them he is the past and Oba is the future.
True that.
Yes. Yeah. I've made a few little notes at the end just to go through.
Lovely.
Entranceway, good. It was high. Yeah. It was a longish rampway. The screen at the back was absolutely massive. It had the competitors on it. As I said, they want WrestleMania, SummerSlam to be WrestleMania of the summer. Can't say that enough. Great entrance. Loved it. Last match was good as well. I enjoyed that. Yes.
I wasn't
good.
as hyped as the first one at Mania. so I wasn't like really hyped up for the match.
Yes, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they say still good, yeah. Orton back, very good.
Yes, I think he was due back. Hope he's not brought his mate with him. Matt Packerfee or whatever his name is. Let's hope he's left him out. Solo, as always, good.
Yeah.
Street Fighter graphics, good. Everything else, meh.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, the women's 6-woman tag, the crowd were a bit flat. It finished real quick as well. I wasn't expecting it to finish then. I was expecting everybody to get back in the ring, have another melee, and then come out leaving 2. But it was just the rolling encore, and that was it.
Yeah.
It was done. Anyway, let us know what you think, and if you enjoyed our coverage, give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. But whatever you do, thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you for night 2 tomorrow.